What was the lowest point of your life? That was the conversation question from my little sire, my little 10-year-old spiritual guy, asked last night at our dinner. And honestly, guys, I thought about a year ago when my whole life was just to the floor. Like my heart was just crushed into a million pieces. But to see that I went from there to this point where in my life now, it's like, God, thank you. Thank you that my heart was crushed into a million pieces. Can you guys believe that? It's just another one of my testimonies to the greatness of God, that we can heal from hard things and difficult things, and I'm a living testimony, guys, to the grace of God. And what he did for me that year, he sent my brother Kevin. Kevin was my coach, and every time I was down and out, I would call him and say, Kevin, I don't know what's going on with me. I feel like I'm going to lose my mind. I would cry to him like a little baby. And he just always had the best words for me. Even one time I took my mom to see him, and he just told my mom, say, Mom, your mind could be your worst enemy. And honestly, he was talking to my mom, but he was really talking to me. And I just ran out of the car and I ran to give him a hug because my mind was really my worst enemy at that time. I was just thinking the worst things. But now I've learned, God has been my therapist, to not let the devil that's in here get the best of me. Like my Isaiah explained to me one day, he said, Mom, we have three voices in our head. We have the devil's voice, we have God's voice, and we have our own voice. And he just told me a story, and that just clicked, that in every moment we can decide which voice we're going to listen to. Are we going to listen to the devil who's telling us to do all these crazy things and turn into the crazy lady and do things that don't. So we have choices, and we have these voices just in our heads, but it's up to us, the voice that we pay attention to. And I want us to always follow God's voice. And God's voice is always about being peaceful, always going the extra mile in love and forgiveness and mercy and patience, like my brother taught me. So all day long, I want us paying attention when the devil wants to come and have us, turning into the crazy person, say, no, devil, I don't have time for you today. And just watching our thoughts and knowing that we should listen to the God thoughts. So that means we got to get close to God. We got to know. We have to have conversations with God all day long, asking him, God, what would you have me to do? Not what this crazy devil wants me to do. And just being on the high road with him. And I promise you, when we stay on the high road with God, he is the one to bless us. He's the one to give us more than we could ever imagine. But is it difficult? Yes. And let me tell you, that year, a year ago, I fell a million times. I call it a year of a million falls. But every single time, God was there to support me, pick me back up, and keep me on the right track. Even my son and my brother Kevin. I say, even coaches like me need coaches. So guys, we need God in our lives. As always, go through life with a God perspective, asking him, God, what will make you happy here? And let me tell you, he makes me so happy. Like, I do this video for you guys and the blogs and everything. And I feel that's, my work for him in the world. And I know nobody can understand that, like this crazy God lady. But I know it's him who's called me to do that. And so yesterday, he just had a really good talk with me. And he said, anything that I do, like this, sharing these messages with you, it's just my work, my gift. He put it like that. It's my gift to him. Such love. Like, who am I for God to come out of his way and say, Nick, this work that you're doing for me, that's your gift to me, and thank you. It's just the love that he feels for each of us. Like, he wants you guys, he doesn't want me to have this great news to myself. He wants me to share it with you, that we can go through life knowing that God is our partner. He's our friend. He's my therapist. Got me from the lowest point of my life to the highest point. That I can stand here right now and tell you guys of the greatness of God. And don't play around with your relationship with him. Every morning, wake up, have your appointments with him. I promise you it. A life close to God is the best life. Thank you, my brother Kevin. I love you with all my heart. Peace.